15 points in the fourth quarter. He pumps in 45 to lead the Knicks to their first NBA title since 1973. They rallied from 16 down. The Knicks, once again, coming back from a double-digit deficit. 4 of them in this NBA Finals, and that is the most in the play-by-play era since 1997. The comeback kids from New York City, led by Jalen Brunson, who pumps in 45, nearly half of their points. And the Knicks, for the first time in 53 years, are NBA champions. Back here at Noah Bono, and let's welcome in CBS Sports HQ NBA analyst John Gonzalez. Noah, the Knicks are NBA champions. Your reaction is what?
Unbelievable. Jalen Brunson is a winner, the epitome of a winner. Like every stage you go through it, and to watch what he did tonight, 43 points of the Knicks only had 45 other points outside of him. The other way around. He had 45, the Knicks had 43, the rest of the team. I can't state enough how amazing it was to watch him incrementally get better as each game went on. We said in the pregame, he's inefficient early, and then all of a sudden he ramps it up throughout these last 2 games. And without him, they're not here. This is like basketball nirvana. Growing up in the East Coast, listening to Mike Breen growing up, hearing him on the call for this win. I mean, it doesn't get better for the city of New York, fans of the New York Knicks in the tri-state area. I am elated right now. I got way too much energy.
I love it.
I mean, I need to be put in a straitjacket.
You should. John, Team of Destiny, the New York Knicks.
Yes, absolutely the team of destiny. Congratulations to Noah, to Knicks fans everywhere. They've been waiting a long time for this. 53 years is so much time that you think, is it ever going to happen in your lifetime? Well, it happened, and they were spectacular. They won 9 of their 10 games on the road in the postseason. In every win that they had against the Spurs, they were down double digits. They were down double digits in every game they had against the Spurs in the fourth quarter, including tonight when they were down 10 points with 8 minutes left. And you know what? I'm watching that game, Hakeem and Noah, and I'm thinking to myself, it looks like the Knicks got them right where they want them. And they did, because the Knicks keep closing out these games. They keep coming at you. No deficit is too large for these guys. We saw what happened in Game 4 when they were down 29-27 going into the second half. And the same thing tonight. They just kept it close enough, right? A little bit of not even a little bit, a big-time rock fight from both teams where they both came out and felt like it was super tight. They both understood the magnitude of tonight's game. But the Knicks have responded to the pressure every time that they've been in that situation. And the Spurs, up until the finals they had, but the finals came around and the stage was bigger and the lights were brighter, and it just was too much for them. It was too much for Fox the entire series, and especially tonight, which I'm sure we'll get to. It was basically too big for everybody but the 20-year-old Dylan Harper. And then, as Noah mentioned, Jalen Brunson. Who else would you want when you're down, when you're behind, when you want to rally your team? He goes for 45 in the game that clinches the first championship since 1973. Congratulations to him and to the Knicks.
An incredible comeback for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Because we saw the largest comeback in NBA Finals history in Game 4. They rally back from 16 down. Look, they had 13 points in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was abysmal. They were 4 of 22. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, right?
Yeah.
And this is a team that we saw develop throughout the season. You see them in this postseason. After the first round, they had faced teams coming off a 7-game series. And here you see they take down the Spurs in 5 games. And a lot of it, Noah, was the experience that we talked about that the Knicks had and the Spurs did not have.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of punches that the San Antonio Spurs threw at the New York Knicks, and it just ended up not mattering. For the Spurs to lead as much as they led in this series, and you knew, like John mentioned, they had the Spurs right where they wanted them. Like,
isn't that so funny to say?
Hey, we're down 16, but we're happy that we're down 16 because here we come. And, I mean, just what Jalen Brunson did out there with these guys, nobody else on the Knicks had more than 13 points. Like, the domination from him, and then watching Dylan Harper on the other side be, like, for most of the game, the second best player on the floor when Wemby didn't have it or he was missing some shots. But then Dylan Harper, the youth, it showed. He missed a free throw. He had 5 shots in the restricted area towards the end of the game that he ended up missing that were all crucial. And you can't put it on him. what you need to do is send a ring to De'Aaron Fox for helping the New York Knicks, because whatever he was doing in this series was a total detriment. And the fact that Mitch Johnson was still kind of reluctant and wondering when he should go to Dylan Harper was curious to me. He sat the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, but that young man needed to play the whole game because he was all the offense that they had. But I just have to finish off by saying I can't get over what the Knicks were able to do in this postseason run. 16-3. They only lost 3 total games. We all thought this series was going to go 6, going to go 7. A lot of people had the Spurs. Obviously, the Spurs were the favorite in the series. The fact that the Knicks defied all those odds and got through this weak Eastern Conference and then showcased that they are the best team in the NBA and did it in first year with Mike Brown at the helm. I can't say enough good things about how this team came together. Somebody should put some tape over my mouth because I'm going to start yelling.
It's okay if you do. This is the forum for that. All right, look, it's okay to be excited. I'm happy for you. I'm happy selfishly that I picked Knicks in 5, and it comes to
right
fruition, Nostradamus in the house. And look, John, as good as Jalen Brunson was in this series, De'Aaron Fox was as bad. I mean, in this game specifically, 7 points on 3 of 15, including 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. Look, I'm not going to question things about throwing games, but the way he played, John, it looked like he was trying to throw things away. And I don't want to be sitting here trying to question the man's integrity, but to be an NBA player of his caliber and to play that poorly, what other explanation do you have?
He was just terrible. He was terrible in this entire series. And, he was obviously awful in game 4 where he made 2 critical mistakes, trying to beat OG Anunoby to that layup where he gets blocked, and then helping off of OG Anunoby onto Jalen Brunson on the game-winning shot that left OG open for the game-winning tip, which was one of the great plays in Knicks history and NBA Finals history. And then tonight, he was brutal tonight. 36 minutes, he's 7 points, 3 for 15 from the floor, and Noah touched on it. He said that Dylan Harper should have played more. He absolutely should have played more, but he didn't. Dylan Harper, who was inarguably, I think, the best player for the Spurs tonight, where he has 25 points on 10 of 19 shooting. Yes, he missed those free throws towards the end, but overall, he was really good and certainly much better than De'Aaron Fox. And he wasn't just more efficient than De'Aaron Fox. He looked like he was more under control. He looked like he wanted the ball. And yet Mitch Johnson, as Noah noted, doesn't start him in the fourth quarter and plays Fox more minutes. And I just don't get it. I mean, look, this is the NBA Finals and you have a chance to win a championship. And time and again, Mitch Johnson went back to De'Aaron Fox when Dylan Harper was playing better. It wasn't just tonight. It wasn't just game 5. He did the same thing in game 1. So, it's on De'Aaron Fox. It's on Mitch Johnson. The Spurs now moving forward, they know that already Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle, even though Stephon Castle was not good tonight, those 2 guys are already better than De'Aaron Fox. And the Spurs have to pay De'Aaron Fox $221 million over the next 4 years. I don't think they're very happy about that. But yes, to your point, he wasn't good. And Jalen Brunson was the complete opposite. He was amazing.
They're not paying De'Aaron Fox that money because they're getting rid of De'Aaron Fox. You don't need him on the team. You don't need De'Aaron Fox. Why would you pay $229 million to a guy that you simply do not need? You know what you need? You need front court mates next to Victor Wembanyama. You got nobody next to him. Luke Cornett, not a good option. You can't play Kelly Olynyk. You're not playing Harrison Barnes. Devin Vassell's not a true 4-man. You need front court depth. You don't need to front $229 million to De'Aaron Fox when you have Dylan Harper, who John mentioned, is better than De'Aaron Fox. I don't know what happened to him. I understand he rolled his ankle in game 4 versus Minnesota. He re-rolled it in game 5. I get all that. But when you're out there, you will be judged accordingly by your play, and he was not up to any bit of the standard that the San Antonio Spurs traded for what they needed from this guy, injured or not. The fact that De'Aaron Fox was significantly worse than a 20-year-old rookie who has no playoff experience, no NBA chops, to come in and do what Dylan Harper did tonight and really this whole postseason, and De'Aaron Fox not do it. It tells the Spurs front office everything we need to know about the investment in this guy. And really quick, back to Jalen Brunson. It reminded me, I was trying to think of who it was. This is the Giannis Antetokounmpo 50-point clincher that he had in Game 6 versus Phoenix. This is Jalen Brunson's version, a 45-point clinching game. Otherworldly. I can't believe it.
The Hawks are the only team to beat the Knicks twice in these playoffs. If I had told you that before the playoffs started, you'd be like, Keem, quit being a sports broadcaster. You're out of your mind. No. I'm telling you, when I saw this Knicks team and what they did to my Cavaliers in Game 1, I said, team of destiny. I'm just sitting here. I am impressed by what they were able to accomplish. The way they played team basketball. I know it's cliche, but John, when you think about how this team was constructed, the way that it was built, and that they bring in Mike Brown his first year as Knicks head coach to win this, just the implications that this will have for years to come in New York City.
Yeah, I mean, the Knicks really laid down the marker after last year, right? Where they go to their first Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years, and they say, hey, Tom Thibodeau, thank you so much. You've improved our team every single year, and we've reached heights that we haven't seen in a quarter of a century. We're going to fire you. When you do something like that, when you have James Dolan, the owner, going on local radio and saying, we have to win this championship, we're going to win a championship, we're not even going to hang that NBA Cup banner because we're going to hang the real thing. I thought he was out of his mind, because there was ebbs and flows to this season where after the NBA Cup, they went into this little doldrum where they couldn't quite figure it out. The defense